Hey guys, Mark from Primal Wrestling here. If you love professional wrestling and want to feed your obsession, then you're in the right place. Be sure to check out the other content on our channel, and if you like what you see, be sure to subscribe as well and keep up to date with all that we're going to release. Now I just want to talk quickly about Raw last night and kind of my thoughts and reaction to it, and that's starting right now. This Raw after Fastlane needed to be big. Fastlane was an abysmal show, and Raw really needed to kind of pick it back up and pick up the pieces essentially. And I was so pleased when Jericho came out first, calling out Kevin Owens, and they had their little kind of back and forth and really ignited the feud between them, and it was just brilliant. I loved it when Kevin Owens went to the ring and they started kicking off, and then it was to be broken up by Sami Zayn and Samoa Joe. But just that whole segment, that 15 minutes was, for me, 10 times better than anything the night before on Fastlane. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. And then we moved into the Cruiserweight match, which I loved as well. I'm not a massive Rich Swann fan. Love Neville though. And I was a bit unsure about this match, but it was a really good match and I really enjoyed it. Neville is just brilliant as the Cruiserweight champion. And that was another good start to Raw as well. And then we had Austin Aries in the ring, who basically took out Neville, and it was just glorious. And I hope they have a match at WrestleMania. I think it could be one of the best matches at WrestleMania. I think it could steal the show if they're both on top form. Other things I liked about Raw was Charlotte being put into the WrestleMania match against Bayley, and then Sasha Banks and Bayley having a match where if Sasha Banks won, then she would be in a triple threat at WrestleMania with Charlotte and Bayley, and she did win. I thought that was a good little dynamic because obviously Sasha Banks and Bayley are friends, and it was a good little dynamic to the match and to WrestleMania, and I really like that, and I think that's going to be really interesting going into WrestleMania. Will Sasha Banks turn heel? There's been a few little kind of rumblings, but hopefully she will turn fully fledged heel by WrestleMania. Again, it was a stacked show last night, so we had Goldberg coming out and addressing a booing Chicago town crowd, who were also chanting CM Punk. And then Lesnar came out, he offered a handshake to Goldberg, but no, gave him an F5 instead. And I really enjoyed that. I'm not massive Lesnar or Goldberg fan, but I enjoyed that little segment. And again, it worked. It kind of just built that for WrestleMania and started the momentum. Then it kind of slowed down on Raw a bit, going into the final kind of third. And because it's like 2 a.m, 3 a.m. here in the UK when I watch it, I need it to keep my attention, and it did for the first hour and a half, but then it kind of slowed down again. But obviously we had the final bit with Undertaker coming out and chokeslamming Roman Reigns, which was great, a great end to this Raw. I'm not sure how I feel about Roman Reigns and Undertaker, and especially if Roman's going to go over Undertaker at WrestleMania, and WWE seem intent on pushing Roman Reigns as much as they can. How the WWE Universe reacts will be mightily interesting. Overall, I thought this was a solid Raw. As I said at the start, it really needed to kind of pick up after Fastlane and pick up the pieces, because that really was one of the lowest of the lows of pay-per-views I've seen in a long while. But I think Raw delivered last night. It was really good. It was really entertaining. There's some great segments. The wrestling was okay in parts. The Cruiserweight match was obviously by far the best of the night for me. But the segments they kind of done to build up the feuds between WrestleMania worked well. And it's got me really, really pumped for Jericho, Kevin Owens. I think that'll be absolutely amazing at WrestleMania. And I'm so looking forward to the next 4 weeks where they just build it up even more and more and more. So overall, I'm going to give Raw a B. I think it was a good show after Fastlane. It could have done a few more bits. It slowed down in the middle, but it was jam-packed with kind of surprise people coming in, obviously Lesnar and Undertaker, and just brilliant promos. So SmackDown's got a lot to do tonight, and I'm going to be doing a quick review as well tomorrow about that. But I'm looking forward to seeing SmackDown and how they kind of match Raw from last night. So I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.